It's weird, right? Just by way of cheer as well, before I start talking about my show properly. Give me a cheer if you have heard of me before. Yeah. Give me a cheer if you haven't. Oh, about half and half. Well, for those of you that don't know me, hello, my name's Matt. You may have seen some of the things I've done over the years. I made a very successful documentary on ITV called Pampered Pooches Hollywood. I know, guys. Career's doing very well. But a few years ago, I used to host a TV show called The Extra Factor, and I hosted it with a woman called Caroline Flack. Now, I'm going to get the elephant out the room straight away. I have never had sex with Caroline Flack. I was 22 when I made that show. That is way too old for her. And... you, however, could I get your number? Now, it's weird, though, because I'm kind of on some stuff, but I'm not famous, and it's a really strange place to be in, right? Because I want to be more famous, but it keeps not happening to me, right? A perfect example of the level of fame I'm at happened to me a few months ago. I was sat at home, and I was watching the TV show Pointless, right? And I was sat watching Pointless, and as I'm watching Pointless, I am an answer to a question on Pointless, right? Which is the coolest thing in the world until it turned out that I was the pointless fucking answer. Nothing is worse for your ego than watching two men you've never met before high-five over the fact that 0 in 100 people know who the fuck you are. They won $3.5 grand. It was ridiculous, right? And I've had these weird points in my career. Like a few years ago, I'm an award-winning comedian. You're in good hands tonight. What award have you won, Matt? That's a very good question. Have you won a BAFTA? No. Have you won a National Television Award? No. Have you won a Shitty TV Choice Award? Also no. In 2014, I got a call from my agent, and she rang me up, and she went, Matt, congratulations. I went, what for? And she went, you have won an award. And I went, what award have I won? She then informed me I'd just been crowned Heat Magazine's Weird Crush of the Year. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, that is not a fucking award, right? That is a trophy with a middle finger in it, right? Heat Magazine's weird. That's basically Heat Magazine's readers telling me I'm the fittest ugly person, right? Weird Crush of the Year. Heat Magazine's Weird Crush of the Year. I didn't think anything could annoy me more in my life than being crowned Heat Magazine's Weird Crush of the Year. That is, until 2015, when they put me 5th! Which is so much worse. Because I'm not getting more sexy, I'm getting less famous. And that's depressing, right? When you do this kind of stuff, like people write stuff about you online, and it's weird, and that's what this show's about. My show is called Slash. That's the kind of theme of the show, and a lot of stuff gets written about me online that is called slash fiction. Now, by way of a cheer, does anyone know what slash fiction is? Well, Liverpool, you are going to learn. Slash fiction is gay erotic porn written by teenage girls about boys they fancy, right? And there is a lot of this written about me online, which is weird. Especially when you're less famous enough that you Google yourself and you can find it, right? But it's all written about me and one other guy. And there's a lot of guys it could be, but the one guy they write about is me and Harry Styles. I'm going to point out now, I don't know Harry Styles, because if I knew Harry Styles, I'd charge for my fucking tickets, right? Wouldn't need to worry about this, right? And I think we can all agree, though, to have someone like Harry Styles is very complimentary for someone, because he's a fit man. Like, we can all objectively fit. Harry Styles is fit. Not for you. No, I think Harry Styles, objectively, is the best-looking man on the planet, bar you, because I'm terrified of you. He's such a good-looking dude, and you know he's fit, right? And you know he's fit because he's got those lines either side of his willy. You know those, like, you know the willy arrows there? You know those bits there? Oh, my God. Women love those lines. You know those bits there? You know what they're called, don't you? Cum gutters. That's the name. Just to gutter away all that cum. And the thing is, sometimes, every so often, I do get those lines either side of my willy, but it's not when I've been working out, it's when I haven't had a shit for 2 days and I'm a bit bloated. You know? Very different. And there's loads of this stuff online. I've got it in this book here. We're going to go through some of it. It's absolutely fucking batshit, this world. I'm going to warn you now. There's loads of it written about loads of different people, and it's always two men, and it's normally written by girls. So this is an example, just to kind of give you a flavour of slash fiction. This is written about a northern TV duo that we all know and love, okay? They caught each other's eye as their legs brushed. There was a time, many years ago, when this could have happened, but it didn't, and they never mentioned it again. And here they were, a few short years later, in the same position, each waiting for the other to make the next move. Then, as one, they fell into each other's arms. Kissing passionately, their clothes peeled off, and before either knew it, they were making love. As he slid himself forward, he whispered, "To me, to you." Paul had never wanted Barry so much in his life. He chuckled to himself at the idea. Who the living fuck is writing this stuff? That's a story I found online, genuinely called Suckle Vision. It's not even the weirdest one about kids' TV. I found a really weird one called Dick in Dom. Fucking hell. But they write about me online, right? And it's kind of flattering, but it's not flattering in any way, because these people clearly really fancy Harry Styles, and because I used to work on a show that Harry Styles was once on, they've just sort of smushed us together. But these people clearly don't fancy me. These people, I mean, I'm just going to say it out loud now, guys. I'm a 10 out of 10. That's just something I've got to live with in my life. You know, that's just it. You know, one day you'll find out maybe when you hit puberty. It's good to be good looking. That's just what I am. It's, you know, you've got eyes. It's just a fact. But I live with it, right? That is my cross to bear. But these people do not treat me like the 10 out of 10 I am. These people treat me like an absolute bellend that they don't like. And that they don't fancy one iota. So this is a story, and the author of this story calls themselves On My Lap 52. And it goes like this. They undressed. Matt stood there, trousers round his ankles, awkward, naked, and hard. We'll stop there. Ladies, tell me, is there anything less sexy than a man who has an erection and his trousers still around his ankles? No. Take the trousers off, mate. You look like a 3-year-old using a urinal. It's not a sexy image. Harry looked him up and down, taking in every single bit of him. He had to stifle a laugh. Nice cock, he said, as seriously as he could. He knew it would be small, but even this was a surprise. What the fuck on my lap 52? That is a lucky guess at best. But that is not fair. Screw you.